What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got Saturday college basketball today. I hope you're ready, man. Put on your seatbelts. It is an epic day of college basketball. Illinois, Duke, Iowa State going to Houston in the Big 12. We got Kentucky, Alabama. I mean, just to name a few, the entire slate is absolutely loaded. You could definitely make the argument it is the best day of college basketball this year. But you guys know how I do it here on the channel, man. Every single day, I cover every single game against the spread. So if you're new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video as well. This video is no doubt going to get thousands of views. If just 400 of you guys can click that like button, I'll go ahead and leave a comment pinned at the top of the comment section with some of my best picks. And that speaks absolute volumes, guys. Last Saturday, I went 7-2. I've won 8 of my last 10 days betting on college basketball, a 29-18 record, 62% winning percentage. Unbelievable there. Up almost 21 units of profit. So at even $100 a pop, that's about $2,100 of profit there. Absolutely scorching hot on college basketball right now. And what have I done the last 2 days? I haven't bet a single game, guys. I have discipline. I'm a professional. I've done this for over 11 years, and I just wasn't in love with any games on Thursday or Friday. I thought I kind of liked Northwestern. I thought I kind of liked USC. I thought I kind of liked Marquette. I thought I kind of liked Michigan over Michigan State. Those were the 4 games that I maybe would have considered betting on. And that's why you pass, man. You don't have to bet every day. Discipline, bankroll management, and having a correct unit size on certain games, depending on probability of them covering the spread, is exactly how you do it. Now I'm ready to attack Saturday full force. Like I said, yesterday, the day prior, Thursday and Friday, I didn't love any games. Saturday, I'm in love. I'm head over heels in love with dozens of games. I'm going to go for maybe my biggest Saturday yet. If you guys want to know all the games I'm personally going to bet myself, you can see it there right on the screen, danspicks.net. The link to my website right in the description of the video. You can get a week of picks if you want, but lock in that month, man. The unit price is better, and I win long-term every sport, every year. You're more than welcome to scroll through years and years of videos in any sport you want right here on my YouTube channel. Don't go through another massive Saturday without my premium picks. Let's get to it, man. Let me bring up Pickett Sports. We're going to go through each and every game today. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this one. This is truly, truly epic basketball day, man. Multiple screens, multiple games, the whole day, start to finish. It's going to be hard to sleep, man. It is going to be hard to sleep tonight with these type of games. Let me move this over just a hair for you guys. Here we go, man. Tennessee, Texas A&M. I mean, start the day with another banger. I didn't even mention that at the start of the video. Tennessee, Texas A&M, a coin flip spread here. So we got Texas A&M at home as a small favorite. And I'm a little bit worried about Ziegler having to carry too much of a workload to kind of keep Tennessee's offense in check. Not to keep their offense in check. That would be more of a defensive thing. To keep their offense afloat, right? To keep their offense kind of going and kind of being a well-oiled machine. I think that's a little bit too much to ask here on the road versus Texas A&M team that just dropped the game to Mississippi State. So I like A&M here. They're going to get the job done. I'm not going to lay points because I don't have to. Cheap money line price, -125. I'll go with the Aggies. Oregon, Wisconsin. I bet Wisconsin a lot this year. A lot, man. But here they're starting to get up. They're starting to climb pretty high, right? With these numbers, 8.5 against a scrappy Oregon team. Now, do I think Oregon can pull this upset off? No, I don't think so. I find it extremely unlikely that this is going to be an upset. But at 8.5, it feels just a little tiny bit too big for Wisconsin. I think Oregon can hang around just a little bit. They've been quietly winning some games now after they had a rocky stretch. It's hard to go against Wisconsin, and it's hard to trust Oregon not to fall apart in the later parts of this game. But I think at this point, I would lean on the Ducks getting the 8.5. We'll see where the line goes there. Florida State, Louisville, I guess just lay the points. Louisville's a wagon. Florida State, I don't know. Hopefully it's just not a game where Louisville's kind of half asleep because they can do that if they want to. They can just, go through the motions, win by 8, never really be in doubt of losing the game. So I don't know. Do they want to blow out Florida State? I think they will anyway. I'll lay the points there. VMI and Furman, I have no idea. I mean, VMI, they've had a couple good games in the mix. I guess I'll go Furman here. TCU, Cincinnati. So TCU off the Texas Tech upset, right? So they're playing good, and Cincinnati couldn't even get by West Virginia. Shout out my Mountaineers, by the way. Nice dub there at home. Nice comeback. Look, I don't trust either of these offenses. I would lean under the total of 133.5. I think it's hard to believe that this is going to get over 130. I see it more in the 120s, low 120s. In terms of a side, though, it's just too many points. I mean, Cincinnati, I've talked about it before. I like them. They got some athletes. I want them to play better competition as the underdog. That's when I typically like Cincinnati. 8.5, you guys can see right here on ESPN Bet, you can get an 8.5 on TCU. I know they're off a big win and situationally coming off that big upset and then going on the road versus a team that just lost generally would be a spot. But again, I just can't lay big number with Cincinnati. I'd have to take the Horned Frogs. They're probably going to lose by 5. NGIT, UMBC, no idea. Charleston and Drexel. I kind of like Charleston here. I think the wrong team's favored. Richmond and St. Joe's, too many points. I'll take the 14 with the Spiders. They'll probably lose by 8. West Virginia, Texas Tech. So I just kind of talked about this before in terms of situational basketball, right? We got West Virginia, who is off a kind of an emotional, sort of emotional. It was a tough, hard-fought comeback. They were lucky that the offense really dried up there for Cincinnati. They got by Cincinnati at home, swept Cincinnati 2 times this year. So shout out for the Mountaineers for that. Texas Tech kind of got a competitive spirit reset, though. They won a lot of games. They had a tight one where they barely escaped Arizona State. They couldn't escape TCU. They dropped one game. That's very normal. Now they're kind of back in track here, and they're getting West Virginia off a win. I just don't think the roster of the Mountaineers has enough offensive firepower to keep pace here, so I'd have to lay the number. I know it's a big number for conference play, but I'd have to go with Texas Tech. Mississippi State and Oklahoma. I don't really understand this one. I don't get the line movement. This, I believe it opened was a point or a point and a half. Now it's up to 3.5 on DraftKings. I like the Sooners. I like the Sooners to win the game outright. We got Mississippi State, a team kind of like Tennessee, where they kind of really depend on 1 or 2 players for their offense. And Oklahoma, they started off the season good. They were ranked at one point pretty high. Actually, for a fair amount of time, they were. And they've really fallen off. They just look completely horrible. But this is a game they're going to go ahead and win outright. So I'll go ahead with the Sooners. Give me the 3.5 points. Mississippi State, man, they really rely on that home court energy. And if that point guard, Hubbard, if his shots aren't falling, I just don't trust Mississippi State to score. And Oklahoma, they're bad, but they can score. I'll go with Oklahoma. Central Michigan and Western Michigan here. I'll take the points with Western. I don't think Central should be favored against anybody. Marshall on the road against App State. I'll lay the points there. Iowa State, Houston. This is crazy. The line keeps going up. This was a... maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I actually have to get on Google and look at, like, did one of the star players for Iowa State get in a car crash and is going to miss the game? Did something just happen really, really drastic that I don't know about? I can't believe the line is up to 13.5. Something must have happened, and I will Google it after this video. I apologize for not doing it before, but I didn't know the line was this big. I'm assuming something happened with somebody on Iowa State, and they're not going to be available for the game. But for now, without that information available to me, assuming it's going to be a full roster for Iowa State, I'm taking the points. Houston could barely even cover a number like this against West Virginia. And Iowa State as a 13.5 point dog, they can absolutely keep pace here. They might even be live. East Tennessee State, Wofford, I'll lay the points. Georgia Tech, Boston College. The line looks right. I don't think BC should be a favorite here, but 3.5 at home against a Georgia Tech team. I was about to say give me the points, but BC at home getting 3.5. Is 3.5 enough to bet them? I don't think so. I'm gonna go with the small road favorite here, which I almost never do, but I'll go with Georgia Tech. Wake Forest, NC State, another one where I'll do the same thing. Give me the short road favorite. I'll go with Wake. I think they're the better team, but I'll go on the money line here. -128. That's a great price. Don't be laying the 2 points. Penn State, Minnesota should be a Minnesota spot. I told you guys Penn State just in the last game that they would take down Nebraska. I think it was. A lot of people were against me in that video, but I said it was just the spot. I said, even the bad teams, the teams that fall apart, the teams that are in a rut, they're going to step up and win a couple more games before the season is over. Was that win the last win this year for Penn State? More than likely, they're going to lose this one, man. Minnesota doing some impressive work on the West Coast. I don't love the travel spot. Now they're coming home off that. Hopefully it's not kind of a flat spot for them emotionally. But we've seen their ability to come back in games. So I'm going to go Minnesota, money line. UNC Greensboro and Mercer, I don't have an ID on that one. Tulsa and Rice, I don't have an ID on that one. Florida International and Liberty, I don't have an ID on that one. I really don't know those ones. I truly don't. My opinion would be probably less accurate than your opinion. So on those games, if you're interested in them, do the research, make your own bets, man. My opinion on those ones is not worth your time at all. Davidson and Fordham, my opinion is worth your time here. I think this is a Fordham spot. I don't mind Davidson. I'm cool with them. I've faded Fordham at times. I've taken Fordham at times here on the channel this year. The line looks short. I thought it would have been like a 5, a 2. I'm going to go ahead and take 2.5 points with Fordham. Towson and Campbell, great game. Excellent game. I'm going to go Campbell here. Actually, I got to check one thing. I have to do this mid-video. Did Towson beat Elon? Because that's a big part of this. Towson basketball. Did they get by Elon? Did they get by Elon in their last game? I got it right here. They did not. They did not. I'm glad I Googled that. The fact that they lost to Elon, I'm going to go with Towson here. I like Towson on the back. If they survived that last game, if that was a win, I thought they would have slipped up here. So I'll go with Towson with the cheap money line there, minus 120. High Point, Gardner-Webb, no idea. UNC Wilmington and Hampton, hard to go against UNCW, man. They're a good team. I'll lay 5.5 points. Stony Brook, North Carolina A&T. Is this going to be an upset? Give me the 2.5. North Dakota State and North Dakota. Give me the points. Pitt and Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's going to win this game outright. I will take Notre Dame plus the 2.5. They're going to beat Pitt. Like that play. Rhode Island, St. Louis. Great game. Great game. I'm going to take the 7.5. I think St. Louis wins by 4. Buffalo and Ball State, no idea. Should be a blowout, but 9.5 is pretty steep. Evansville, UIC, no idea. Sam Houston State, Middle Tennessee State. I'm going to go with Sam Houston there. Give me the 4.5. Should be a one possession game. Fresno State and Air Force. It's pretty crazy to see Air Force as a favorite. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and take Fresno. Give me the 1.5. Western Carolina and Samford should be a complete blowout. I'll lay the points. UM Monroe and Arkansas State, same thing. Ole Miss and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt kind of got put in a place pretty good by Kentucky. I was shocked. I actually bet Vanderbilt in their last game. It was one of my few losing plays. Plus 6.5 there against Kentucky. It was a revenge game for Kentucky. Vanderbilt beat Kentucky on the home floor. I don't like Ole Miss. I've told you guys repeatedly, I don't like Ole Miss, and I don't really like Miss State. I don't really like these Mississippi teams this year, despite them, both being ranked for quite a good chunk of duration this season. Give me Vanderbilt, cheap money line price at minus 110. They're going to win the game outright. They've taken down much more significant teams than Ole Miss at home. They're really good at home. It's a Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a pretty good energy there. And and they're off a loss. Give me Vanderbilt. Eastern Illinois and Morehead State. Morehead, generally better than less head. It really takes something significant for that not to be true. And I'm going to go with Morehead here. I'll lay the points. Georgia and Auburn should just be a complete beatdown. So I'll go ahead and lay the points. Oklahoma State and Kansas. Well, nobody likes Kansas, right? Who's going to bet Kansas? They can't do anything right. They get blown out. They're terrible. Dickinson is horrendous. This is Bill Self. This is Kansas. This is at the Fog on a Saturday afternoon in late February. I've been part of the Big 12 too much. I went to school at West Virginia. I've stormed the court against Kansas. Give me the Jayhawks. I'll lay the points. Absolutely. Should be a complete blowout start to finish. Clemson, SMU. The line screams SMU, guys. I like Clemson, but we have seen Clemson with fishy lines before. For whatever reason, the books just won't adjust to them. I specifically remember a Florida State game where Clemson was only like minus 3 or something. And I actually said in the video, I'm like, what? They're only minus 3 versus Florida State. I was like, something's got to be wrong. I'll lean towards Florida State, but don't bet it. And Clemson won easily. Is that the case here again with just a super low line that kind of makes you feel like SMU is the right side? I'm going to go with SMU. I'll take the 2 points. George Mason, VCU. I'll take the points there. This should actually be a very competitive game, I think. So 10.5 sounds good to me. Washington and Iowa. Iowa's been absolutely horrendous, but I think this is kind of the equivalent to that last Penn State game. Iowa, horrible. The coach, definitely gone. They're going to get up for one game. I don't like Washington. I don't think Washington's good at all. Iowa in a blowout. I'll lay the 6 points. Baylor in Colorado, a reasonable price with a far better team. I know it's a road game, but give me Baylor. Duquesne and the Bonnies, I'll go Bonnies. Lay the points. Virginia playing the Tar Heels. Are the Tar Heels kind of getting going here? I'll lay the points. I'll lay the 10.5. I think they should kill them. Eastern Washington, Northern Arizona, no idea. Eastern Michigan, Northern Illinois, no idea. Coastal and Troy, I mean, should be a complete blowout. The Beavers laying 13 against San Diego. Looks about right. No opinion on the side. Pass. Garbage games. Pass. Get all this out of here. New Mexico State, Kennesaw State. Great game. Phenomenal game. And I will take the 4.5 points there. Kentucky, Alabama, lay it. I mean, Alabama's off 2 losses. They're at home, and Kentucky just stomped Vanderbilt on their home court. Kentucky's still shorthanded, man. They haven't had guards for a while. Yeah, give me Bama. I don't think Kentucky's going to be able to keep pace offensively, but look at the total, guys, 180. I like over the 180. Maybe you get a little extra inspiration defensively due to the fact that Bama's off 2 losses. I think the coach definitely was on those players hard this week, but overall spread, Alabama, single-digit spread. They should cover that. Florida, LSU, 10.5. I mean, there's going to be nobody on planet Earth betting LSU. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the points. Give me the 10.5. Florida wins by 7. Indiana State and Belmont. I'll go Belmont. Akron and Ohio. I think the wrong team's favored. Give me the 2.5 with Ohio. I think they're going to beat Akron. Murray State and Bradley. Pretty good game, actually. I'm going to lean towards taking the points. Santa Clara, Washington State. I'll go Santa Clara there. Money line it. Virginia Tech and Miami. If you're betting that game, you have serious issues. Pass, horrible. Probably lean towards Virginia Tech, to be honest. Boise State and Nevada. Boise State coming off an impressive game. One I actually regret not betting. It was just a little too popular for me. The whole world was on them in that game against, whatever it was. I'm not going to use up more time in today's video. Boise State off a nice game. Give me Nevada here. I think Nevada's going to win the game. Cheap price, too. Cheap price. I like Boise at home. UC Santa Barbara here in Long Beach. No idea. Utah Tech, Abilene Christian, pass, garbage, horrible. Illinois and Duke, give me the points, man. Give me the points. Illinois is a tough team. They're in the Big Ten. This ACC crap, man, get it out of here. Duke plays nobody. They step up in competition one time against Clemson. I hammered Clemson that game. Clemson wins the game outright. Illinois is absolutely at least comparable to Clemson, and you're getting 9.5 points. I'm not saying this is an upset. I think it is. I think Illinois is going to beat Duke, but I'm taking 9.5 points. I think it's going to at least be competitive, man. At least competitive. Missouri and Arkansas. Arkansas with a nice fight against Auburn the other night. Told you guys that in my prediction video. I told you I'd take Arkansas over Auburn. I'm going to go Missouri, man. They're a wagon. They're underrated. And I think this line should be closer to like a 4. Somehow, some way, they're going to find a way to win this game. They're the better team. I know they're not at home, and that is a significant difference for Missouri. This is a night game, home, Calipari. I know the team's going to try hard here. I'm a little worried that Missouri doesn't have anybody to deal with Big Z. A little bit concerning, but I'm still going to go with Missouri, man. I'm going to go with Missouri on the money line. St. Mary's Gonzaga, payback game. I'll go Gonzaga, lay the 5.5. San Diego State, Utah State. Great game. Great game. Is 5.5 enough here, guys? It's 5.5 enough with San Diego State versus Utah State. I'm gonna say it is. I'm going to say it is just barely. I wish it was a little bit higher, but I'm going to take the Aztecs. I'll go San Diego State here. Yeah, I think that's just enough points for a cover. But I do think Utah State wins the game. I want to take a second here, guys. Remind you, look at the bottom of the screen, man. 7-2 last Saturday at 14 units. Hit the like button. If you guys get today's video to 400 likes, I will put some of my best plays in a comment pinned at the top of the comment section. For free, man, for all you guys. It's free. It's just a button. You click it. There's going to be thousands and thousands of people. I've been averaging over 4,000 views per video. So if just 1 out of every 10 of you guys hit like on today's video, I'll drop those plays, man. So no brainer. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the vid, and I'll get you those plays. Let's finish up this slate. Tarleton, UT Arlington. Give me Arlington. Cal Baptist, Grand Canyon, give me the points. La Tech, Western Kentucky, great game. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky. I'm going to go with the Hilltoppers. Illinois State, Missouri State, pass. Butler and DePaul. Is it a trap to take Butler? I want to bet Butler. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take the 3.5 points. Someone's going to win by 1. Pass on that one. We got Texas and South Carolina. Is this the game South Carolina wins? Is this the one game? I mean, they got to win one, right? Are they really good? Are they just not going to win any of them? I can't do it. I'm going to go Texas, man. South Carolina is just so bad. I want them to win, kind of. I mean, horns down, but yeah, give me Texas, man. Money line. I don't want to lay points in a game like that. UC Irvine, Anteaters Hill versus Bakerfield. We going with the Anthill? We going with the Anthill here on the road? 8? I think it's a little too much. Give me Bakersfield and the points. BYU, Arizona. BYU's been playing great, but I think it was more of Kansas just having a really bad game there. I think that makes that line a little bit inflated. Arizona's significantly better team. I worry about Arizona closing out the game. It is a big number, and BYU can backdoor it, but I'll have to go with Arizona here. That play should be absolutely rocking 10 p.m. on a Saturday. I'm going to go with the Wildcats. I'll lay the points. Then we got Colorado State, UNLV. Good game. Give me UNLV. I think to win the game outright. I'll take the 2.5. Cal and Stanford, bottom of the barrel there. So give me the points, man. Give me the 6 with Cal. I think it's a close game. And then that last game there, not a dang clue. Guys, use some common sense. Read the screen. Look at my numbers. I'm one of the hottest in the industry, and I still have the discipline to not even bet the last 2 days. I'm going to bet the shit out of Saturday. Get all my picks, man. You can just get a week if you want. Lock in the month. Lock in an annual package if you're really serious about betting. That's pretty much it, man. Let me know your guys' favorite plays in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video.